Now we're going to go through the other side of the equation, the consumer's demand side. And the math that we take is very similar to the math tricks that we just did for the other side, maybe a little bit simpler, okay? We still use Lagrangians to figure out how much each consumer demands of a certain product, but we then don't have to do anything with a cost function or anything. We just figure out what they demand. Then we add up the demand across all the individuals in the economy, and that gives us a market demand. All right? So let's see how this works in practice. The intuition for what we're doing is if we've got two goods that consumers can choose between, food and shelter, they've got preferences over those things, okay? And they've got a budget constraint, okay? So let's suppose we're going to vary the price. Let's try and draw a better line than that. Let's suppose we're going to vary the price of shelter, okay? This is the amount of shelter demanded as a function of the price here, okay? And remember, this point here is if you took all your income and just simply spent it on shelter, that's the max you could afford. But this person would prefer to spend at least some of their income on food. So we're going to say that this is when the price is equal to 10, okay? And if the price is first equal to 10, let's say this is equal to 2, okay? That's how much this person is going to demand at a price of 2. Now, if we cut the price from 10 to 5, so we can afford twice as much, the isoquant should change sort of like this. Here, let me try and draw this a bit better. I'm not doing a good job. Let's try one more time. Whatever, good enough. And we need to draw a difference curve that lines up right with that spot. It's going to look something like this. And we're going to have some new quantity. It looks like it's more than twice 2. Let's say it is 5 here. And the price is 5. And this gives us the demand at this price, okay? And then lastly, let's suppose that we cut the price one more time, again in half, so we can afford twice as much again. We'll say that's out here. In that case, the new budget constraint looks like this. We've got to have some indifference curve that's tangent here. And now let's say our demand has fallen to, say, 7. And we cut the price to 2.5 for that. Okay, we can connect all these up, and this is basically what we're doing to generate this individual's demand, okay? Notice that at each point we have the marginal rate of substitution for this individual equal to the slope of their budget constraint. And when we do the Lagrangian, we basically are imposing this thing and adding in the budget constraint to figure out demand. So let's quickly go through a short example about how to derive an individual's demand. We've basically already done this in the last unit, but it never hurts to practice.